Hello everyone, happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, happy Black Friday, whatever you're celebrating this weekend, I don't know. This is the TheDHCreator. I'm back in the holiday sort of mood, and as you saw last year, I did a football shout-out video to everyone on my team, and this year I'm here to do the same, so let's get started. The first person on the team, number 24, Dan. Now, if I could talk about Dan, I would say that Dan is a powerhouse. He is our running back, and he is probably one of the best linebackers I have ever seen. He's built so strong. He just gives the team such an advantage, and he is just such a good person, such a wholehearted, lovely young man, and without him this team would not be quite the same. Number 31, Jace. Now Jace, he's in my grade. I've known him, I think, since the 7th grade, and this is his first year in football. He did pretty well, and he was on JV with me, and to be honest, he did actually quite well. And I hope that he comes back next year, because a lot of the seniors this year are leaving, and we're going to need all the line, we're going to need all the personnel that we can get. Number 2, Daniel Bella. Now Daniel, his brother Matt was with us last year, and he was our center, and he was awesome. And Daniel, he's a soccer guy. He usually doesn't play other sports other than soccer. And this year he came to us, got like at least, I think, close to 10 touchdowns this year. His first year playing football. He's the fastest guy on the team. Well, at least in my opinion, he's the fastest, and he's just so cool and awesome, and he's going to be here next year and the year after, and it's going to be amazing. Number 15, Jacob. Jacob, he is a junior at our school, and I knew his sister. She was a senior last year. And Jacob, he's just the nicest kid. He's got a great smile. He's not as tall as me. He's kind of short, but he's mighty, and he's the nicest guy, but he's also a really tough boy. Number 13, Jacob. Oh wait, I got a text. Number 13, Dre. Now Dre is a senior on our team. He's really fast, and he got pretty much, I don't know really what happened, but something happened with his leg, and he was out the entire season, and it kind of sucked for him, and I felt bad for him. But if he had played, he would have gotten us a ton of points, and he's just a great kid. Number 1, is that number 1? Yes, Jacob. Now Jacob is Dre's brother. He is a freshman at our school, and he didn't get a lot of time this year to play on the team, but I know that as time progresses and as he gets bigger, as he gets stronger, he's going to be a valuable asset to the Heritage Heroes team. Number 25, Brady. Brady is in my grade, and he is just so cool. I think he's probably one of the coolest kids in my grade if I could choose. And he's very, very valuable running back for us, and he can take some pretty serious hits. Number 67, Jackson. Now Jackson is a freshman. I've known him since I was in 8th grade and he was in 7th grade. And he was our D-end this year for JV and for varsity for a little bit of the season. And he not only is funny, but he will do what he's asked to do, and that's a very valuable part to the team. Number 3, Cole. Cole, he's new to Heritage this year, and if I could have anything to say about Cole, is that he not only will keep fighting and keep working to the end, but he is really, really super cool, and I think that he's really strong actually for being pretty small, but he's still going to be a great player in the years to come. Number 12 is, who was that again? Oh yes, Tanner. Tanner is a freshman to Heritage this year. He's our secondary quarterback, and during one of the games he got hit by 3 players and resulted in a concussion, and he was out for the rest of the season, but he's got a good arm, and if our starting quarterback ever goes down, we know he's there to step it up. Speaking of quarterbacks, Casey Jarman is our main quarterback. He's number 9 on the team. I've known Casey for many, many, many years, and he is just a cool kid, and he has a really, really good arm. If he reads a play well, he can get it to people, score touchdowns, and he won MVP at our championship game this year, and that was really, really cool. Number 76, Ethan. Ethan, I've known Ethan for a few years now. He is one of the trombones in our jazz band, and he's new to football this year. He plays soccer as well, and he was kind of late coming into the season, but through the entire end of the season, he got so much better, and he improved so much that he's going to be a valuable tight end for not only the JV team next year, but hopefully for the varsity. Number 7 is Colton, and Colton, he is a leader on the team, and he is pretty small, but he has done so much for the team this year. He's gotten tons of picks, he's gotten tons of interceptions, and without Colton this season probably wouldn't have gone the way it went, which ended up in victory. Number 45, Tanner. Tanner is a senior this year, and he fights hard, and he doesn't give up, which is a big example to me, and like how all the seniors have shown, Tanner kept fighting to the very end. Number 20, Mason. Now, Mason, he is probably one of the funniest guys I have ever met. I've been in Spanish with him, I've been in math with him, and he is just the funniest kid alive. And he didn't get, he was in most of the season, and near the tail end he really got to get in a lot, and he's really strong, and he is going to be one of the key leaders for us next year. Mason is just one of those guys that you can't live without. Now, Esteban, he's number 4 on our team. He came in as a freshman to our program last year, and he was out most of the season with a concussion this year, but when he was in, he did help us, and he fought as best he could while he could. 75 and 87 are brothers. 75 is Alex Matapule, 87 is Joe Matapule. Now, at the football banquet, it was said that Joe was Polynesian, which I already knew he was, but Joe is big and he is really strong. Same with his brother, and his brother didn't get to play for us as much as I thought he would. And Joe is a senior this year, and he just did so many things, hit after hit, sack after sack. He is just one of those really buff and just awesome guys. Number 8 and number 26, because they're brothers, Jackson and Cameron. Jackson and Cameron, I've known them for a year now, and Jackson is in my grade, Cameron is a grade above me, and Cameron and Jackson have both made some crucial plays this year. Jackson got a touchdown at our second JV game. Cameron has gotten, did he get picks? I don't know if he did get tons of tackles, and he was really helpful to this season, and we get to have him next year, and we get to have Jackson next year, so it'll be great. Number 55, Pedro. Pedro was our center this year. He wasn't playing for us last year, but he came this year, and he came ready, he came prepared. He did very, very well this year, and we get to have him next year as a center, and he will be a senior, and he'll be a great leader. And if I have anything to say to Pedro, dadgummit Pedro. Number 19, Caleb. Caleb is a freshman this year. He played during the JV games, and he did get a tackle, or was it 2 tackles? He did get some hits in the JV games, and I know that as he gets stronger, he's going to be a really, really good football player next year. 73, Elijah, or as we call him, Ursh. Ursh did awesome this year. He played angry, he played to the best of his ability, and he is like the biggest flirt I've ever seen, but he's awesome. And he's going to be a senior next year, and he is going to be a key component to the hero's success. Number 11 is Roman Portilla. He is Coach Portilla's son. He got over 10 touchdowns this year. He's a junior. He's going to be a senior next year, and Roman is just an awesome guy. He's got an awesome dad, and he is very, very talented. And Roman is an awesome friend. Number 88, Mason, different Mason. Mason is a senior, and his mom helped a lot with the food this season, which was really good. And Mason, during the latter half of the season, got to play a lot, especially in the championship game. He stepped it up, and he was amazing. Number 50, Uriah. Uriah is a freshman this year, and he was in the JV games. He was our center, along with Jacob and another member which I haven't mentioned yet. And Uriah is going to be an amazing football player. He's definitely going to be on the JV team as their center next year, if not one of their guards. And he has a little big desire to be successful in football. I'm just going to skip over 51 because 51 is me and move on to 42, which is Eddie. Eddie, I've known him since 7th grade, and he, especially last year, he was his first year doing football. It was my first year doing football, and our JV we were kind of discombobulated last year, but this year Eddie stepped it up, especially on the JV. And when we got recognized at the football banquet, it was awesome because we have been putting in tons of hours helping these seniors get better, and he is going to be amazing as a junior next year. 79, Cordell. Now Cordell, I've known him since he was in 7th grade and I was in 8th. And Cordell is just one of those guys, loves military, loves army, all that stuff, and he just fights. He's funny. He works really, really hard, and with a lot more hard work, he's going to be awesome. Oh, I have a lot to say about Scott. Scott Slade, number 6. Scott, he is a senior this year, and Scott is one of those guys who everyone loves and everyone hates, but the hate is actually love. And I love Scott. Scott's awesome, and it sucks we have to lose him. We gotta lose him this year because he graduates. But he had many, many key plays this year, especially as linebacker and especially as running back, that not only aided in the hero's success, but brought the team closer together. And Scott has goats. Who doesn't love goats? Number 22 is Drew. And Drew, I met him this year. He's a freshman. He worked insanely hard this year, and being a football player, as we all know, is not easy. And Drew pushed it to the limit, and he did his hardest, and he's going to be really, really good next year. Now, JT, Josh Teague, number 69. I've known him for quite a while. I knew him last year on the team when he was a junior. Now he's a senior this year. He is probably the best left guard I've ever seen. And I want to be just like Josh. I want to be as strong as Josh. I want to be as talented and as knowledgeable about football as Josh. Because next year when he's gone, I got to step it up. And I want to be the future Josh Teague. And Josh has just given me so much advice of how I can better myself and become a better football player. And I thank him for that tremendously. Number 18 is McKay. He is our 3rd string quarterback. He was quarterback when he was in flag, and they won the championship when he was quarterback, and now he is our 3rd string, which will most likely be 2nd string next year. And McKay, he's got a really, really good arm, and he loves football. And I can tell he loves football. And next year, when he will be quarterback for us again, that he is going to be so much better than this year, and he's going to be great. Number 68 is Gunner. Now Gunner, he is the sweetest kid. He is addicted to video games, as I'm addicted to video games, and he just is super duper smart, and he's real big, and he is really strong. And Gunner said that he's coming back next year, which would be great because we're going to need some heavy artillery to push this heroes team forward next year, and Gunner is the right man for that job. Alex and Trevor our brothers. They are 17-21 on the team. Alex, he is small but mighty, and he has helped this team so much this year. And Trevor, he didn't stay with the team through the whole season this year, but he is coming back next year when both of them are seniors. And both of them together is seriously like a freaking wrecking ball. And they are just going to dominate and pound until the other person's on the ground. Number 66 is Chris. And Chris, I've known him since last year. And he was our left guard for the JV games. And he's going to probably be our left guard on varsity when we're both on varsity next year. And Chris, he works really hard. And he is going to improve so much. He improved a lot this year, and he's going to improve a ton more next year along with myself, because we're going to need to be at that top level that the seniors used to be if we're going to be as successful again. Number 32 is Jake West. And Jake West, he does not mess around. Jake West is a junior, so luckily we're going to have him back next year, and he is just such a good leader and so serious about football and just everything, that he's just one of those people that is just a boss, and just he will always be a boss, and he is just awesome. There's few words that can describe how awesome Jake West is, but he is just awesome. And finally, to finish it off, we have 41, Royce. Royce is choice. And Royce, he was a senior this year, first time playing football. And Royce, he wanted to play basketball, but he decided to come join football this year, and it was really awesome because we needed him. He got over 10 touchdowns his first year of football, and it sucks that we have to lose him so soon, but Royce was choice this season. And just to finish off this video, I'd like to thank the Water Girls, Kayla, Aaron, and Ariana. You guys kept us alive throughout the whole season, and trust me, it was brutal, and I am alive because of you. And I want to thank all the coaches, Coach Roberts, Coach Portilla, other Coach Roberts, Coach Gabe, Coach Humboldt, Coach Platt. You guys have helped me and shaped me into who I am. You guys put me through so much this season, a ton more than last year. I thought I knew how hard football was. I got a whole new taste for it this season. And we came out successful. We won. And I'm telling you right now that I'm going to try my best so that I can help us win again. And football, if you play football, you know that so many lessons about life are taught in football. Lessons that cannot be taught any other way than through something as hard as this. And all I gotta do is start training for next year. Thank you guys so much for watching this Football Shoutouts 2014 video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure to give it a like, add it to your favorites, and share it with all your friends. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. Hope you all get fat. I'm not promoting you all getting fat, but I hope you all have a fun time. And there's going to be 2 more videos coming out today. One is a thank you that I've been waiting to say for a really long time, and another is a short update video. Thank you guys so much. Peace, sort of, and I'll see you next time.